Now in this module, we are going to learn about another important function called match. Now this match function works in conjunction with the index function which we have learned in the last video. Now in this module, we are going to learn about another important function called match. Now this match function works in conjunction with the index function which we have learned in the last video or last module. In this module, in the index function, what it does, you give that, okay, I in this range, what is there at row number 3? So you'll say paste. At this range, what is at row number 4? So you'll say brush, right? That's what index does. Match does the opposite. Opposite in the sense, you tell in this range, you want to find out soap. So it'll give you the index. In this range, please give me the index where paste is available. So it said 3. This is how match is different from index. Okay, so match basically gives you the index of a particular value, and index gives you the value of a particular index. So that's the difference. So what are the arguments of match type? It looks for a lookup value inside a lookup array, and then you also have a match type. Okay, so lookup value may be any value which you're trying to look inside this array or this array. And then you also can provide a match type. If you give a match type of 0, it means you're looking for an exact match. If you don't get an exact match, it will return a 0. But suppose you're not always interested in the exact match. If you don't find an exact match, give me the largest value that is less than or equal to the lookup value. So it finds out the value which is less than but larger than all of them, which is very close to the lookup value. But in that case, if you're looking for that, then your array must be placed in a ascending order. You may also say that, okay, I want an -1 match. -1 match means that you want the smallest value that is greater than or equal to the lookup value. So if you want the smallest value that is greater than or equal to the lookup value, then you will look for -1. And that your array should be placed in a descending order. Okay, having said that, let us see how it works. Now here I am trying to look for a product called paste. Okay, now I want to know the index at which this paste is available in this range. So I'll say is equal to match lookup value, lookup array, and match type 0. So I'll say 3. If I want, okay, tell me where brush is available. It says at index 4. Let me say where soap is available. Index 1. Right? So in this way, it will find out. Now suppose I'm looking for something called as towels. It says me not available, or it gives me an error because it looks for an exact match. It finds towel, but it doesn't find towels. And hence it gives me an error. So that is what exact match does. It looks for an exact match. But sometimes you don't want an exact match. You may be interested in exact match, but if an exact match is not found, then somewhere closer to it first is found. So how do you define that closer? Either it should be larger value than the lookup value, or it should be the smaller value than the lookup value, but close to it. Right, so any one of them you would be interested in. So how would you do that? Consider this rate range, okay? Now this rate range is not sorted. It is neither sorted ascending order or it is sorted in descending order. So suppose I am finding rate like 18.76 and I am saying is equal to match lookup value. Now this time is the lookup array is this and my match type is 0, just like any. So no problem. It finds it in 3, right? Now if I am looking for 19, no, error. Why? Because it doesn't find the exact match 19. But suppose if I say no, use 1. 1 means find the largest value. that is less than or equal to the lookup value. So which value is the largest value which is less than 90? That is 18.76. That is index 3. So let's see if that is fine. Yeah, it's find it. No problem. That's good. Now suppose I am looking, if I am looking for 25, it says 4, right? So what it says, find the largest value that is less than or equal to 25. So I know it 4. Fine. Now if I am looking for 10, 10 means it's not applicable. So it should have given me what? What is the largest value that is less than or equal to the lookup value? And that is 7. It should have given me 2. But it doesn't do that because this is not sorted. So as long as it is not sorted in an ascending order, few results may come okay, but few results would give an error. So that is a risk. So you should always be aware that when you are doing such kind of match, ascending order should be done for 1. So let's do that. So let's sort this up. So I'll select this, sort, and sort it in an ascending order. So I'll sort which? Rate 1. Smallest to largest, and that is what is ascending means. And say okay, and it says 1. So 1 is where 10. So find rate 10. So 10 means find out the largest value that is less than equal to the lookup value, and that is 7. So I'm looking for 20. Third, if I'm looking for 15, not here, sorry, my mistake. I should have given 15 here. 15. Then 2, because this is the largest value that is less than equal to the lookup value. Now suppose I want to do the smallest value that is greater than equal to the lookup value. Now in that case, I will say match is -1. And this will give me error because this need to be sorted in a descending order. So let's sort this. In the descending order. It gives me 3. Why it gives me 3? Find the smallest value that is greater than or equal to the lookup value. So this is the smallest value that is greater than 15 in this list. So it is found at index number 3, right? So suppose if I say 40, so it says 1 because 50 is the smallest value that is greater than or equal to the 40. So I hope you got this, how match works. So in the next module, we will see how index and match will work together and do the lookup. Okay.